Okay, I think I can finish the rest of these problems in this video. So we're going to start with number 39. 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. And see if we can solve that. So 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. If I'm going to solve that, I would subtract 5 from both sides. And minus 5. That gives me 4x equals negative 5. And then divide by 4. You get x equals negative 5/4. So my answer to 39 would be A. In 40, I have negative 23 equals 6x minus 5. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. So plus 5 here, plus 5 over here. That gives me negative 18 equals, this cancels, negative 6x. Divide by negative 6. You get x is equal to 3. Negative 18 divided by negative 6 is 3. All right, in 41, we're going to distribute. 3 times 4x plus 1 would be 12x plus 3 equals, okay, be careful here. You can't subtract before you distribute. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we've got to do all our multiplying before we subtract. So negative 5 times 4x would be minus 20x, and negative 5 times minus 3 would be plus 15. Doesn't look like a 5 very good there. So I have 12x plus 3 equals, I can combine some like terms over here. I have 5 minus 20x plus 15. That's the same thing as saying 20 minus 20x. So I would add 20x to both sides, and I got 32x plus 3 equals 20. Subtract 3, you get 32x equals 17, and then divide by 32. My answer for x is 17 over 32, which is C. And then this one, 42, I would want to subtract 1/4 x from both sides. Whoops, 1/4. That's hard to see what I did. 1/4 x. 3/2 x minus 1/4 x is 5/4 x. You can use your calculator if you need to. 3/2 minus 1/4. 3/2 minus 1/4. Math, enter, enter. It's 5/4 x. So 5/4 x equals, and I'm going to subtract 1/5 from both sides. 1/10 minus 1/5 is negative 1/10. 5/4 x equals negative 1/10. To get rid of 5/4, because I need x all by itself, I would just multiply by the reciprocal, which is 4/5. And I would get negative, negative 4 over 50, which is negative 2 over 25. Hopefully that's one of my answers here. Not sure. Let me pause this for a second. Yep, I just had it cut off. That is the answer to D, negative 2 over 25. All right, on to number 43. Let's see if I can make this just a little bit bigger where you can still see it without cutting off part of the problem. No, I can't. Okay, 43. A shipping company has determined that their drivers in Montana on average travel 80 miles on a single delivery route for mail order products. This is 5 times the distance of an average route for their drivers in New Jersey. How far on average is their route for New Jersey? So the Montana is 5 times New Jersey. So if Montana is 80, that's 80 equals 5 times what? So divide by 5. That would be 16. So that means the route in New Jersey would have to be 16 miles, making Montana, which is 80 miles, 5 times that distance. All right, number 44. On average, the number of electric guitars sold in Texas each year is 95,768, which is about 7 times the average number of guitars sold in Wyoming. How many electric guitars on average are sold in Wyoming? So 95,768 is 5 times what's sold in Wyoming. Sorry, it's 7 times what's sold in Wyoming. It's not 5. So 95,768 equals 7 times Wyoming. So divide by 7. 95,768 divided by 7 means there's around 13,681, which would be around, which would be A, 13,681 guitars sold in Wyoming. Alright, number 45. Solve and graph the solution set. Alright, it's y minus 11 is less than negative 16. So, add 11 to both sides. You get y is less than negative 5. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a negative 5 somewhere on the number line. I'm going to draw a parentheses, not a bracket because it's less than. I'm going to shade to the left of that. Alright, 46. On average, 9.2% of the money consumers spend in England goes to the purchase of snacks and baked goods, which is 4 times the money spent on cereal and rice. What percent of the money spent by consumers in England supermarkets is for the purchase of cereal and rice? Okay, 9.2 is 4 times what they spend on cereal and rice. I'll just call that X. So divide by 4. That's supposed to be 0.2. 9.2 divided by 4 is 2.3. Whoops. This is not working now. 2.3 should be X. Have no idea what that is. Alright, number 47. Negative 5x plus 10 is less than or equal to negative 6x minus 2. I really need to do this on another sheet of paper. Hang on, make more room here. Okay, negative 5x plus 10 is less than or equal to negative 6x minus 2. I'm going to add 6x to both sides. So that gives me negative 5x plus 6x would be x plus 10 is less than or equal to, this cancels, negative 2. Subtract 10. I get x is less than or equal to negative 12. So on a number line, pick some point and make that point negative 12. Since it's less than or equal to, I'm going to put a bracket and we'll shade to the left. Okay, here's another inequality, number 48. Negative 6 times 3x plus 4 equals negative 24x minus 42. So start by distributing. This would be negative 18x minus 24 is less than negative 24x minus 42. I'm going to add 24x to both sides. So that's 6x minus 24 is less than negative 42. Add 24, which gives me 6x, this cancels, is less than 3, 4, 4, 8, negative 18. Negative 42 plus 24, negative 18. And so I divide by 6, and I get x is less than negative 3. So on a number line, you'd want at negative 3 to put a parentheses and shade to the left. Okay, 49 is a compound inequality. It's 2 is less than 2x plus 2, which is less than or equal to 10. So I've got to get x all by itself. So the first thing I want to do is undo this plus 2. So I'm going to subtract 2 here, here, here. So I get 0 is less than 2x is less than or equal to 8. Divide everything by 2. 0 divided by 2 is 0, is less than, this cancels, it'd be x is less than or equal to 4. So x is between 0 and 4. So on a number line, you'd want 0 and you'd want 4. And at 0, I'd want a parentheses. And at 4, I would want a bracket because it's less than or equal to, and I'd want a shade in between these two numbers. All right, final question, number 50. A salesperson has 2 job offers. Company A offers a weekly salary of $280 plus commission of 14% sales. So A would be $280 plus 0.14x. Company B offers a weekly salary of $560 plus 7% of sales. What is the amount of sales for which companies A offers the better of the two? So I want A to be better than B. So that's 280 plus 0.14x needs to be greater than 560 plus 0.07x. Let's subtract 0.07 from x from both sides, which gives me 280 plus 0.07x is greater than 560. Subtract 280. you get 0.07x is greater than 560 minus 280 is 280. Divide by 0.07, and you get x is greater than, let me do that math right quick, 280 divided by 0.07, 280 divided by 0.07 is 4,000. So when x is greater than 4,000, plan A is better. So above, what is the amount of sales above which company A's offer is the better of the two? The answer is B, 4,000. Good luck studying for your test. Please let me know if you have any questions. You can reply via CELI or my email address, angela.beeson@cps.k12.ar.us. Good luck.